Alright guys, welcome back to Dominate Dominion number 85. This is the finals and it is game 3, Penetration versus Enema. The teams are 1-1. I'm excited. This is the last game in the tournament. It is definitely the last game in the tournament because they're tied at 1-1, and so whoever wins this wins the entire thing.
Yeah, definitely. And Enema has brought up the second game to themselves, saying, yeah, we're going to change up our style, we're going to change up the meta, and well, they definitely level the field. You go try to win out this one, or will Penetration refocus, we come back in and come out as a winner. As we do see the bans coming out for the chat bans were Wukong, Taric, Lucian, and Kayle. On the other hand, Zyra, Teemo, Kha'Zix, and Kassadin are going to be banned out in the in-game bans at the moment. I'm liking what Penetration wanted to start out with. The Wukong and Lucian were two big things that have carried so far for Enema.
So they're going for the ban Lucian, leave Ezreal open, first pick Ezreal strategy again. They didn't ban Janna or Lulu, so Janna and Lulu both still available, and they actually left Jayce open. So Jayce, Wukong is not available, but Jayce is. And Wei wasn't too effective with Jayce last game, but Jayce is still a really, really strong pick. And I believe Sifu Calvin plays Jayce. So
yeah.
Enema with Jayce is going to be pretty scary. I'm not too sure how much of Jayce Wei plays himself.
Yeah, it wasn't really too pertinent to the matchup of the last game, and that's probably why we saw a big snowball come into play for Enema in the last game as well. So, for Kevin, team of Enema, I think they are a little bit more prepared with the Jayce pick, and we do see the Kha'Zix pick going to come out. The Lulu probably going to be locked in for the team of Enema.
Actually switching that over to the Janna. So you know what? He actually would much rather have the hard disengage. I sense a Vayne pickup for AD carry, but you know, Vayne didn't work too well for them in game 1, so they might not opt to go for that in game 3. The entire composition that Penetration had in game 1 is not available to them because Taric was banned. So they can't have Wei go on that just impossible to kill champion again. But we'll see what they pick up. The Ezreal first pick, I like it. You know, deny it from Brownbridge or pick it up from yourself if you have someone who can play Ezreal, which they definitely do.
And we'll see that locked in just a little bit. But IP Unicorns Galio going to think about locking in some champions. I'm thinking like a Maokai would be pretty good. Galio has been playing Swing quite a bit. I remember was playing the Swain last time, so my bad. But yeah, Galio's going to go pick up the Maokai, and we do see IP Unicorns picking up the Talon, which did really well in game number 1, and making his return back in game number 3.
Yeah, I want to say it was even banned in game 2, and Maokai, very high pick rate. They're going to pick it up.
Definitely, and I do like that IP Unicorns is going to go right back in and try to delete the backline, but I don't think there's that much of a squishy backline. I mean, Jayce is going to be the thing that they're going to talk about for that. We do have the Zen or the Pantheon to get locked in just a little bit. Kha'Zix thinking about picking up a brand of Karma, a Leona. There's so many things that Enema has been running so far, and it's one of those things that they have control over. So we'll see how that will rock in. But again, the Maokai pick coming into play, it has been a really good one, and hopefully Penetration Galio can be playing that one yet again. So we're going to see if he can just zone out the fight and make sure the damage will get mitigated and get on to whoever needs to be assassinated upon to help out IP Unicorns finish up the kill.
So it's interesting to me the way they just did the picks, because Brown Bruiser has been playing Leona all day, but the Pantheon was actually picked up by him, whereas Kha'Zix picked up Leona. Kha'Zix is almost certainly going to be playing Janna, but I'm actually wondering if someone else will be playing Leona. It could be a not owning the champion thing, or it could just be a mind games thing. But the Lulu being held up by Wei.
Yeah, keep going on that point. Yeah, it could be mind games, but it could be a placeholder, like you said. But we'll see how this will go up. And yeah, like you said, Wei's going to go maybe pick up the Lulu, with the Syndra going to get locked in for armor.
Yeah, I'm just kind of surprised that they did go for the Janna there. I really think that a Lulu pick would fit better with the rest of this composition, because they have they do have poke. Poke is good, but they also have really hard engage. And Lulu is much more of a compromise playstyle than Janna. Janna is pretty much only good at disengaging. She's not too good at engaging. Whereas Lulu has great follow-up engage and also great disengage. And it's not as good as Janna's disengage, of course. So if they're going for disengage, then Janna is pretty much the ultimate support. But with the Leona and Pantheon picks, that is really not a disengage composition. That's a super hard engage composition.
Yeah, and definitely, and that'd be a really cool pick to have Lurch, but I don't know if that's actually going to be coming true. And yeah, the disengage and the re-engage is going to be coming back in pretty strong for penetration, and they have a lot of poke to add on to that as well. Kind of reminded me of their game 1 comp, and it's going to be working out really well for penetration. While on the other hand, Lurch is really going to pick the Galio pick that's going to be coming in. I don't know, and we might see it actually get locked in just a little bit, 3 seconds for Chizan to decide.
Yeah, we occasionally do see Galio picked up, and his ult was buffed, I want to say 4 patches ago or so. Used to be 170 cooldown seconds, used to be the single longest cooldown of a non-global ultimate in the game, and now it's much more in line with other cooldowns of ultimates. So with that change, that was pretty huge for Galio, but I think it's going to be Lurch on bot lane Galio.
It's going to be interesting to see packing that in for Armor at the bot lane with that Syndra. And, I mean, he does have a lot of magic resist technically built into his own kit, plus he scales off of magic resist, so I do like the counter per se.
Yeah, I like it against Syndra. Syndra, LeBlanc, both champions that want 100 to 0 you, and Galio is really good against AP champions who want 100 to 0 you, because his passive is that, I want to say 50% of his magic resist is turned into ability power, and then on top of that, he also has his bulwark, his W's, so he can get even more defense stats, and it's really hard for a burst mage to burst him.
Yeah, and I do like that from Lurch. So, yeah, he's going to be pulling out something in the finals at the end of everything. And Lurch, locking in the Galio, but it is still going to be onto Acoustic Ninja, switching out the role. I think be playing more of a supporty tank line. Going to be picking up the Leona in this one. So, Civic Calvin with that Jayce. Didn't go so well for the other team for penetration in game number 2. Game number 3. See if Civic Calvin can change it up and use that Jayce for high mobility, high damage.
Yeah, Jayce, one of the strongest champions in Dominion. We saw him banned in pretty much every single game until last game, in which he was picked by Wei, but it wasn't even any fault of Wei's. It was just the entire side of Enema of penetration was never able to get going versus Enema. Enema just had ironclad lockdown of the game the entire time, and we'll see if this time penetration is able to put that down against Sifu Calvin's Jayce. But I don't know, I like both teams' compositions for the windmill fight. Both teams have pretty strong windmills,
and we'll come into that in just a few seconds. But again, thanks for everybody who's been watching. Definitely get the hype up for this game number 3 matchup in the finals. Penetration started out really strong, picked up the game at game number 1, and Chizan said, "Let's just turn it right over." Came out with a whole different comp than what they've been playing ever since in the tournament. I'm going to be picking up another different comp. Hopefully they can try to make some innovation happen for them, especially for the Galio pick, but also trying to use that Jayce pick again to the win. We haven't really talked about penetration too much. I mean, we saw with Pure Unicorns doing a great amount of damage with generic on the first game with Talon and Ezreal, respectively. Like, Galio picking up the Maokai was okay for Chizan in the last game. Don't know if Galio can bring up the hype for himself onto this one, as we do see the Spectre going to be going down in just a little bit, but Armor also picking up the Syndra off of this one, and like you said, bursting from 100 to 0 is the name of the game for Syndra. Don't know if that's going to be really, really too strong for Lurch, where he's going to be building the magic resist and just defending all the damage that's coming out from Armor.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering, though, if it'll be Brown Bruiser and Pantheon in bot lane, simply because Lurch is taking Flash. And if you take Flash and you're in bot lane, you don't have a combat summoner, and so you're pretty much guaranteed to lose early on. And the reason that he has Flash is that he wants to be able to Flash ult, because Galio just walking up to you and then pressing R that's something you can anticipate. Oh, look, Idol of Durand is available, and Galio's walking up to me. He probably wants to ult, but if he can flash, especially if he can flash over a wall and just get that channel down, that's so strong. And even if he can't flash over a wall, if he can just flash forward and get that channel off, it's going to be amazing. So put Galio in a 4 versus 4 instead of a 1 versus 1, give him flash, and his power was multiplied by a ton. But in a 1 versus 1, his power really isn't spiked that much by flash, and it means that he doesn't have a combat summoner to be able to add that to an all-in and try to win the all-in by being as strong as possible. So I actually would not be surprised at all if it was Brown Bruiser's Pantheon on the bot lane, Lurch going Galio elsewhere, or even if Lurch starts out on Galio in the bot lane, I would not be surprised if there was a lot of roaming coming out.
Yeah, especially with Galio, he does have that righteous win to move out everybody. So it'll be really interesting to see where Lurch goes, but we are going to be starting up the final game of DominateDominion number 85.
That's right, this is game 3 of the finals, which means it's the last game of the tournament, regardless of who wins. And whichever team does win this game is going to win the entire thing. It is Tration versus Enema. Tration over on the left-hand side, top part of the loading screen highlighted in blue. It is generic on Ezreal, Ipu Unicorns playing Talon, Galio on Maokai, Wei on Lulu, and rounding out the composition, it is Armor playing Syndra. I am RheingoldRiver, joining with me
Is Authority, the bird, going to be able to get you in for Enema? We have Pacific Cap going to be playing the Jayce. We have Kha'Zix on that Leona. Brown Bruiser going to be playing at the Pantheon+Leona playing with the Janna. Lastly but not leastly, we do have Lurch rocking in the Galio pick for maybe the bottom lane. Really interesting to see with that flash. So I'm going to have that coming into the finals, and Armor's going to be locking in himself, trying to go bottom, or is Generic going to go there? I doubt that Ezreal would go bot, but I've been proven wrong before, so
it's
Armor,
not
Lurch.
going to be Ezreal bot.
Yeah. So it's going to be Armor and Lurch going to be at that bottom lane. We do see this third bunch coming out from Galio, so we're going to see the lane matches going to be decided from here. And I'm liking Penetration's chance. I'm like Enema's innovation. That's my 2 cents on this match, and hopefully we'll see some great fireworks come out at the end of everything.
Yeah, and CV was not actually taken last game by either team, but it does afford quite a bit of an advantage if you're able to do well in the windmill fight despite being down that 1 combat summoner, because it's not too high cooldown, you get to see extra vision, and with the massive nerf to Kha'Zix Sweeper and the Gert's Spectral Lantern, you really don't see those vision items being picked up very much anymore. So get the Clairvoyance, be able to get vision in the center of the map. It's very powerful.
And we'll see if the Clairvoyance / everything else for Penetration can work out well for them, as they are the ones who unfortunately lost the second game, but they're still in this for this one as well. Enema going to get that vision, or get seen out from the CV. Got everybody else trying to engage in.
Alright, EQ across from Steve Calvin, a little bit of poke damage there. Galio and Generic coming up from the bottom. Way on Lulu. One of the last ones to get there. Galio takes a ton of damage early on, gets shielded by Lulu. Ignited though, and he is going to go down despite that potion. The potion was a little bit late. Unicorns gets focused down also. It's a kill for Pantheon. After the kill for Leona, and Brown Bruiser and Kha'Zix able to zone just enough to allow the rest of the team to pick up the windmill. Fortunately, Unicorns realized that he couldn't really do anything, didn't burn his revive, so he still has that spell. But
yeah,
that was a very clean windmill fight.
He's going to hold on that spell, but great job by Enema, like you said, just making sure that they can get the zone, and they got everybody out of there. So very good stuff coming from Enema. Penetration, gonna have to refocus and return back into the top lane.
As Brown Bruiser coming here, Lurch gets a little bit of extra movement speed from his E there, and Armor takes a ton of damage. He's going to get focused down by the last auto attack from Lurch.
Gonna get picked up. No problem. Pacific Calvin gonna get knocked up. Galio gonna get rocked in. We're gonna see a Kha'Zix gonna get caught upon Ipu Unicorns. Gonna pick up the first kill for them. Gonna be able to pick up the Lulu from that.
Generic low on mana right now, so I don't know how much they're going to be able to continue fighting It's going to be a bit difficult. Of course he can throw out arcane shifts, or mystic shots, but he can't just throw out arcane shifts, although he did just throw out an arcane shift. A little bit late. Way caught out here. Goes down to Janna with that W. KassadinNinja focused down, but here is the jump in from Pantheon.
Not going to be able to connect onto anyone. Galio going to get Heart Shooter striked upon. GCI for Unicorns can get out of there from the Shadow Assault. Brown Bruiser still trying to dive in on the Galio. That was not going to happen. Wabek's going to go try to disengage. Brown Bruiser still getting Heart Shooter straight on. Not enough damage though. Ooh, great solar engage yet again.
A solar flare from Leona. Meanwhile, the windmill has been made neutral by creeps. It's actually Sifu Calvin the kill onto Maokai. And Ninja looks like he wants to back off. Can he go back onto Lulu? Yes, he can. Brown Bruiser gonna maybe get focused down. There's not quite enough CC, and Unicorns can do it. Meanwhile, John and Jayce picking up the windmill.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to take that one, no problem. IP Unicorn's still trying to chase, but runs out of mana. Not enough over there. We do have Lurch getting out a kill over bot lane over armor. So that was interesting to see. Again, this matchup over here, a lot of magic that's going to be innately built in, and armor is going to have to try to trade this one out. Or bot lane.
And maybe Armor should rename himself to Magic Resist.
Possibly, because he's going to have to build that up soon while we have Lurch building it innately. We do have the burst coming out from armor, but it was not even tickling off of that one.
Alright, so KassadinNinja here, chasing Unicorns. Gets the EQ down, a little bit of damage. Idol of Durand is available right now, so Lurch could flash R pretty much whenever he wants to. But he'd have to want to.
And yeah, he did not want to go into that. IP Unicorn's going to get taken out from Brown Bruiser harshly straight on that one. KassadinNinja going to get popped up, and probably going to go trade it out. Generic still poking in at the back line. Be able to pick up onto Sifu Calvin. Yes, well, from the double.
Yeah, so the kills are definitely going in favor of Penetration right now, but the tower health is in favor of Enema. It's 479 to 383 here, almost 6 minutes into the game. And those two kills that Penetration just were able to pick up, they didn't get any objectives off that. And kills are just not so useful if you're not also getting objectives.
We'll see if the objectives will come into play.
Oh, nice Mystic Shot.
Yeah, from the Mystic Shot, Generic going to get turned upon though, and just turned in a rancid meat. We do have that one picked up from Brown Bruiser. Yet again, he's going to go all in onto Galio.
Yeah, Wawix almost drops actually to that sapling toss. He is going to drop to the bleed from Talon. Can't quite stay alive.
And we get to see the Wampa combo yet again, and KassadinNinja going to be able to pick it up with Brown Bruiser. Brown Bruiser right now 5-3-3, has a Brutalizer, doing a lot of good poke, but a lot of damage to the team. Penetration, you're going to have to worry about that for now. Alex still pushing up with Generic, and Brown Bruiser going to get one.
And True Shot Barrage comes across Leona with that one kill. Brown Bruiser takes a bit of pain, does not actually get hit by that Glitter Lance though. And Ezreal got picked off by that EQ out of Jayce.
That was a pretty good EQ coming up from Sifu Calvin. We do see Way going to go caught upon. It's not on the shot class yet. Again, let's see Wabek's change on Way and Way. He was tanky before with Taric, not so tanky.
Yeah, Lulu in general much squishier than Taric, considering that she doesn't get free damage just by building armor. Unlike Taric.
Yeah, it's a lot of armor to build in, but it's a lot of damage to put out. Brown Bruiser are going to go get Chase on, get hit by Kayle. Now I try to trade this one out. Idle Durand going down, but did not mitigate enough damage.
Alright, so that is going to be a capture of the Boneyard, potentially, but KassadinNinja coming in on that Leona. Sifu Calvin exhausted, Generic exhausted. Galio can't keep channeling the point, and no one can really tank it. Polly comes across, but KassadinNinja is still alive. Where's the EQ? actually just going to be a Q there. Lulu ulting a little bit prematurely there.
And Kassadin is still getting chased fun, getting hit from the generic. Generic taking a lot of damage from the front.
Oh my god, Maokai picked that up before, excuse me, Leona picked that up before going down to Maokai. Really nice play.
Yeah, great job by the assist coming up from Civic Cabin to shot class down. And you see Armor going to be trading up top. Try to chase onto I.
Yeah, and this is just an absolute bloodbath right now. Top lane, meanwhile, Syndra goes down to Pantheon+Janna. Syndra, not the best pick against the Pantheon+Janna. They can kill her pretty effectively.
Yeah, unfortunately, Syndra not so mobile, especially without flash search. Gonna get one shot at right there. Great job by knocked into Fluency and Shadow Saw.
Alright, so Ninja looking to chase away here. Not Glitterlands, excuse me. Zenith Blade slightly out of range. Kha'Zix with the ult, the shield, Q. Janna's really good at escaping, but Ezreal's also really good at chasing.
And escaping too. He does have all the skills to both go offensively and defensively. We're going to try to catch up two in the jungle, barely getting away from this one. Brown Bruiser, Winham, trying to finish up the kill, but cannot catch on.
So center of the map, a little bit of chase here. 410 to 292. The health slowly being drained from Penetration's Nexus. But they are winning team fights, although this team fight is not going so well from them. Kha'Zix coming off the other side. Nice Q onto Generic. Does actually a noticeable amount of damage there. Acoustic Ninja with the Sunfire Cape on Leona. A lot of tankiness there, a lot of health, a lot of armor. But you know what? The 3 cap right now is in favor of Penetration, and they might be able to make it a 3.5 cap unless Unicorns gets focused down and Acoustic Ninja picks up the shutdown.
Yeah, getting locked in with Zenith Blade and making sure that Talon could not get out of there was the biggest thing. Armor's going to try to siege up over at the bottom turret, and we do see the Boneyard actually going to get up in their problem for Penetration. So like what we're seeing from them. Now they're going to be able to cap that one, but we do have the windmill going to be contested on the top.
Yeah, so neutral right now, it's actually 2 points in advantage of Penetration with the 2 neutrals. There's the second neutral coming off. Galio just trying to defend this as much as he can. He does not... Does he have his ult?
He just used it, and we do see Brown Bruiser trying to trade it up, but now comes Unicorns coming in to clean up one. Lurch can't really defend against armor, and I feel like we could have finished the kill. It's actually Way trying to finish this one up, but I don't actually think he can. He used the righteous win to get out of there.
He needed to wait for the bulwark to go away. As soon as that expired, he was able to pick up the kill.
On top of it with the Glitterlands, yeah, definitely. And we do see Way going to get exhausted fun, but prematurely, you see I think good.
Alright, so Talon gets focused down there, kill over to Janna. Armor coming over on Syndra, but I think Way is going to go down. Yeah, that Eclipse damage from Leona is actually pretty noticeable. Especially if you max it first, like Leonas are generally wanted to do. Yeah, guys, we are aware of the sound issues. Did our best to resolve them, but our best is only so good. So you do apologize for that. Acoustic Ninja is the last surviving member of his team, and it's only surviving for a couple seconds there. You know, Penetration is absolutely in this game right now. They're down by very little Nexus health compared to how much they were down before.
Yeah, they're catching back up, and hopefully Kha'Zix can hold up the lane. Meanwhile, Brown Bruiser going to try to disengage on this. IP Unicorns just rocket in, and yeah, we have Generic to get chased on. So Lurch going to come in, Idle Duran going to be live, and we're going to see IP get taken out.
Yeah, but it was the Flash burned. They were able to pick up 2 kills. It was a double kill for Pantheon, but Flash not available for the next 5 minutes. from Galio. Generic takes a ton of damage there. Wowix just gonna heal himself. That's greedy Janna play. Greedy Janna play right there.
Yeah, well, Alex actually going to go try to save himself right now with Galio. Galio's going to get chased upon, and we'll see if he can get out of there. Meanwhile, over at the refinery, Kassadin going to be shot out with armor up the side.
So Quarry did get captured, but it was at the cost of Jayce's life. Pantheon man dropping on top, and Unicorns, though he does manage to get the E off, he cannot get the kill, and he actually dies.
And we're going to see if Brown Bruiser can stay over here, try to defend out over at the Claw. But Lurch is at the same motion, going to try to defend this top lane. Galio going to engage in, and we're going to see Armor try to finish it out.
Yeah, Lurch top alongside Wowix. They should be able to do it. Armor is so low right now. Just waiting for one skill shot to come in from Lurch. He actually manages to get that ult down onto Wowix. Wowix goes down. Lurch now really low against Galio. Lurch running away. He has that bulwark there. That's going to kill him a little bit. Manages to drop the Idol of Duran down onto Maokai. Sapling toss might kill him, but you know what? He is fine. It's Lulu with the shutdown.
Yeah, meanwhile over at bot, we did have penetration get the Boneyard and get the damage down. So Ezreal going to be able to pick that one up, no problem. And we're going to see, again, a lot of points taken all around. Generic going to use the True Shot Barrage to defend against the point catcher.
Yeah, Ezreal is a very global champion with his ultimate. He can use it to push waves. He can use it to stop captures. Very, very global. Very, very effective.
Much effectiveness and very global is going to be happening for the team. We're going to see if Wei can get out of this one. Meanwhile, top again, Kassadin just defending in. Doing a pretty good job until he got off the point. Kassadin should be taken out from the egg.
Yeah, and again, it's still Enema ahead in points, but penetration, it feels like they have all the momentum in the game right now. Armor takes a bit of damage, but Brown Bruiser is going to fall, and this is going to be a 3.5 cap. I don't think they're ever going to have the full 4. Not that they're going to have the full 4 cap as Generic comes in to interrupt Wowix there. He is going to fall, but he just wanted to make sure his team had the glory of holding a 4 cap for a few seconds.
Yeah, and we're going to see Lurch pick that up, no problem. And yeah, last game we saw Enema do a 4 cap / 5 cap to the team. This time Penetration's going to have that same motion. Can it clean it up and finish up for the win? That's going to be a question for them in this last game of the DominateDominion 85.
Unicorn's bot still shoving the lane, getting the minions to go to the tower. The minion control is so important. Remember, this is a game of dominions.
Is that minion? Oh, now I get it. Yeah, we'll see if that minion's gonna be enough to push in for the wave. But we do have so much damage coming onto Galio. He's gonna get taken down. No problem. Let's see the re-engage coming in, but it's penetration in the backseat for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the bot, Unicorns and Wei picked up the kill on Lurch. He did have his revive, but that's still not even enough. They're going to be able to pick up the kill or the capture onto the Boneyard there. It's meanwhile a double kill for Armor in top lane. Brown Bruiser trying to not let it be a triple kill, but I don't know if he can. One more tower shot would be enough. There's the tower shot. There's the shutdown. That was almost a pentakill. That was almost a pentakill. I mean, it wasn't almost a pentakill because there was no way he was going to be able to kill Leona, but it could have been almost a pentakill.
I mean, that was a lot of good plays coming out from Armor, and he was just juking out all the way. Meanwhile, Wei's going to help out Generic pick up a kill for Acoustic on the Acoustic Ninja. We're going to see yet again impression coming out from all sides. Penetration. I think they had this one in the bag for this game. We see Wowix going to use up the Zion.
The booklets, the shield! Wowix is going to live. That was a nice channel play.
Good job by Wowix going to be able to save out himself, but we're going to see everybody get taken down. Ezreal going to get that kill, and we're going to see Galio going to try to get a kill as well, but unfortunately Ground just says no to that. Back into wave for the team. Enema, can they finish this one up? No, they can't, because Generic and Armor can come back up to the side.
Yeah, Lurch slowed a little bit there by Wei. He does have a ton of armor actually with the Thornmail. The Thornmail synergizes really nicely with Galio's ult. Of course, he'd rather build magic resist, but the Thornmail does actually synergize a ton with his ult. And it looks like he's going for either Frozen Heart or Randuin's as his next item.
Probably going to be the Frozen Heart going to be knocked in. It could also go to the Iceborne Gauntlet, but I doubt that's going to be the case. Generic and Acoustic Ninja over the top lane. Mill. Going to fight it down, but oh my gosh, the damage is going to be coming out. Oh, this man drop is going to be bittersweet.
As so Ezreal goes down. That's a double kill for Pantheon as he gets Talon also. And 57 Nexus health remain for Enema, but they have control over the map for the moment.
As we do see the 3-cap come in, Brown Bruiser and Wildwick's going to go in. Way going to get the ultimate down and himself with the Wild Growth, but goes right back in, and I don't think that was the way he wanted to go.
Yeah, so Wei just a little bit over enthusiastic. He got the BFT down onto Janna and then was like, oh, I should get spells down onto Janna also, but unfortunately couldn't quite do that. Did fall. Armor with a 1-for-1 there.
And Lurch, unfortunately, using the Idle Duran, yeah, precariously. I for Unicorn's going to respond to that one. He's going to go right onto Sif Cap.
Yeah, he was able to. Oh my god, that crit! Sifu Calvin has Infinity Edge, Yomu's Ghost Blade, and his Sanguine Blade. He is hurting for quite a bit right now, especially when he has his W active.
Yeah, you don't want to get the crit off on that one, and we'll see how this ongoing. Lurch gets the heal. You're going to go try to do damage, but this should be the Bone Yard for penetration. They just need to control it just a little bit more. They had the Whimsy on Lurch. Lurch doesn't have Idle Duran, again, because he's kind of used it precariously.
Generic almost killing himself on Lurch there. Against that Thornmail.
Yeah. Ooh, dangerous times for Generic over there. While we do have everything happening on top, Acoustic Ninja and Galio are going to try to get it on with IP Unicorn coming off the side.
As the Yomu's activate, nice cutthroat over to a creep to just try and get as close to Leona as possible. And it looks like Acoustic Ninja probably going to fall. Got the stun down, but it wasn't quite enough. Unicorns, though, really, really low. And he drops Sifu Calvin.
1088 crit right there on the Talon, and Galio going to probably fade out the same fate. 331 on. And we see Lurch just chasing all their armor right now. Generic going to try to chase it as well. Barely stay out alive from that one.
It's a dance around the map as the Refinery and Boneyard look like they're going to be traded for each other. But Ezreal does have ult. Interrupts Sifu Calvin for a bit. But Wildwick's still capping.
Yeah, Wildwick's is going to go play the zone game, and we do have that one. Shot Glass hit onto Ezreal, and we're going to see the back of them. But Armor going to go for one. Going to catch with the CV. Is it going to be enough? See Cap trying to do some damage, but not finish.
57-243, and it looks like the windmill. Actually, I don't know if they can pick up the windmill here. Acoustic Ninja is here, gets that interrupt down onto Armor. Should be able to pick up the kill with the ignite, but Armor looks like nope. He is gonna go down. Nice W from Janna, sort of cheekily flanked around from the behind. Janna's don't flank from behind. Well, this one does.
Yeah, Zephyr was a really strong one, and while it's channeling it in the AP, Janna is doing really good stuff over there. See Wake gonna have to use the Wild Growth, try to take out some of this damage. Super Calvin gonna chase down as well, and Galio get flanked out from the side. Super Calvin side the ult is gonna get a lot of damage done to him, but it's still gonna be dishing out so much more out.
It's a double kill for Pantheon as Wei goes down, and meanwhile they get Talon also. And I think Enema are looking pretty solid here.
Armor didn't get a double kill, can't get a triple, but oh my gosh, the damage coming out from Super Calvin. Just 1, 2, 3, popping all the faces of everybody. Official Quadra coming into play. Galio not going to try to take this one down. Acoustic Ninja's going to have to shut it down. Galio going to be taking that one out through the...
But that's game. They don't have time to get to a single point that they can neutralize. So, penetration, they can't do anything about it, and it is Enema with the first place victory.
Congrats to Choose Enema winning out this one, the finals, and winning out the game 2-1 in the best of 3 series.
They had an incredible path through the bracket. Choose Enema. It was a really, really difficult bracket for them to get through. So very well played by them to get through it anyway and come out with the first place victory. She's Enema. Jayce, not at all unsurprisingly, with the most damage Delta champions, 46.7 thousand. Jayce is just such a strong pick, and Sifu Calvin is really, really strong Jayce player.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's gonna be it. There's the total damage screen, I think, and also we also have to check out the death timer screen. But yeah, Sifu Calvin carrying out that one. It's been talk about Acoustic Ninja, but Acoustic Ninja, he was a tanky support that did a lot of stuff too. Overall, great teamwork coming out from Choose Enema, bringing it in to the finals and winning it out.
Alright, so it is Choose Enema with the first place victory in DominateDominion number 85. Congratulations to them. Well played to every team that turned out to play, and thank you all for showing up to watch. So that's going to do it for the broadcast for today. I'm RheingoldRiver. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/RheingoldRiver. I'll post that in the Twitch chat. My co-caster
As L3RD. You can go check me out on twitter.com/L3RD. I do mainly cast Summoner's Rift, and I do cast for the ALCS, so we'll be back doing some casting this Friday, I believe, for the rest of the season, and then we're going to be on playoffs. So it's going to be really cool to do that, but I was humbly, graciously offered by Feedski to get this cast on with RheingoldRiver, and it's been a fun one, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. For DominateDominion number 85. Sorry about the technical difficulties. It is pretty OP to have a cutting out mic.
So thank you all for watching. On behalf of myself, L3RD, and Dominate Gaming, I'd like to thank you all for turning out to watch today's DominateDominion. We're going to throw up one last quick commercial. Please turn off your ad block to help support us. If you are able to and would like to, we'd really appreciate the support that would come from subscribing to the channel. Even there's a button you can click underneath the stream, and it's, I want to say, $5 a month. You can do it one time, or you can set it up to automatically subscribe every single month. You'll get a shiny little icon in the chat. You can see some people who do have it, and you'll also get priority in viewer games and the nice warm fuzzy feeling inside, letting you know that you have helped esports just a little bit. So that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you all for watching very, very much, and we'll see you next time.